Hey guys, so this month we are going to talk about marriage and 3 of the biggest issues that arise in marriage. And today our topic is poor communication. Now what I'm going to do every week this month is share with you a quote from a book I've read on the topic. I'm going to share a little bit of my own personal experience and then a Bible verse that I think is going to be a huge help for you to overcome these issues in your own marriages. So again, today's topic is communication. So the first piece of information I want to share with you is a quote from a book that Trent and I read before we got married. It's called Saving Your Marriage Before It Starts. And contrary to the name of this book, it's actually good for you whether you are not currently married or you are currently married. And this is what the authors Les and Leslie Parrott have to say about communication in that book. Time and time again, we have seen faulty communication lines pulled down an otherwise sturdy marriage. Both partners struggle to convey what they want or need in the relationship, never realizing they're speaking a language the other does not comprehend. Over the disappointment, the partners erect defenses against each other, becoming guarded. They stop confiding in each other, wall off parts of themselves, and withdraw emotionally from the relationship. They can't talk without blaming, so they stop listening. One spouse might leave, but if they both stay, they live together in an emotional divorce. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds terrible to me. But maybe that's what you're living in right now in your marriage. And I just want to encourage you. I know God does not want to leave you in that state of poor communication, emotional divorce in your marriage. And I can say that because I know what He's done in my marriage. When Trent and I first got married, I was a terrible communicator. Every time we'd get into an argument, he would ask me, "What's wrong?" And my response, like many women, is, "Nothing, I'm fine." The problem with that response was it was a big fat lie. I was never fine. There was always something that had happened, but I just didn't really feel comfortable in my own skin communicating what kind of emotions were going on in me. Now, the good thing for me is that I am married to somebody that would not accept my response that nothing was wrong and I was fine. And he would sit in a room with me until I would talk to him. That was really good, really hard, but really, really good for me. Neither one of us wanted to live in an emotional divorce. And so rather than doing the easy thing, which was just sweep my emotions under the rug, we tackled it hard. And the good thing is that through lots of tough conversations, lots of disagreements, now 10 years later, it's very, very easy for me to communicate my emotions and my feelings to Trent. And so I hope that that's an encouragement to you, that even if you're struggling, even if you've been struggling for years communicating well with your spouse, that if you tackle it and you ask God to help you, that He will help you in your marriage, specifically in this realm of communication, can really be transformed into something beautiful. Now, one piece of tangible advice I want to give to you is a scripture from the Bible. This is something that Trent and I read. We had heard sermons preached on this topic, and this is something that we really took to heart and used it kind of as an excuse to communicate. A lot of times our poor communication was surrounded around offense and anger. And so this is what I want to share with you. It's from Ephesians 4, verse 26, and it says, "Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry." And that was something that we took very, very seriously. Even if I did not feel comfortable communicating right when Trent and I would get into an argument about something, we made the choice that we would not go to bed until the situation was resolved. And that was so helpful for us because then we couldn't go to sleep and then, wake up and it's still this big elephant in the room, or, we wouldn't continue to sweep things under the rug. And so I want to encourage you to take that verse, Ephesians 4:26, and take a hard stance on it. Do not let the sun go down while you or your spouse are angry at one another. I hope that is a help, an encouragement, and even maybe a challenge for you in your marriages. But single ladies, I have not forgotten about you. This may seem like it doesn't apply to your life, but it totally does, especially that verse, Ephesians 4:26. Don't let the sun go down while you're angry. Whether it's a work relationship, a family relationship, or a friendship, if there has been an offense on either side, I would challenge you to just dive in and work on your communication skills in those relationships. Being a good communicator now while you're not married will just set you up for success once God does bring you a spouse. Now that is it for this week. If something that I said was helpful, or maybe you have something to add to the conversation, please leave that in a comment below. And if you have not already, please follow or subscribe to Solely Devoted, and then make sure you come back again next week when we talk about the second issue that can arise in a marriage, and that's trouble in our finances. Have a great week, you guys. I'll see you next Wednesday.